Hello everyone, this is Kevin T. Rodriguez, film critic of iCritic.net, or am I anymore? Here's the thing, if you've been visiting my website, you will notice I haven't been writing reviews, I haven't been publishing the old reviews, and ironically, it's because of the movie It. I tried so hard to write a review for It, and it came out so poorly that I didn't finish the last paragraph, and I've kind of been rethinking my film critic career as it was. And maybe it's just writer's block, but uh, I I don't write the reviews as good as I used to, and I was reading this one, and it was so poorly written that I was just like, oh, I can't do it. And by the time you miss it, the boat's gone, and so I'm a little disappointed myself. But I can still talk about it. I mean, I still like the movie. I still think it's a very good movie. It's classically scary, as I like to call it. It's got that whole thing where it's like, okay, yeah, it has some jump scares, but it also features a lot of really creepy images with a clown and a lot of gruesome images and a little excitement of watching kids face off against a very adult fear. So I do enjoy those, and of course, I like that they actually did split the book into two, rather than cram the whole thing into one 3-hour movie like the miniseries did, and that Pennywise the Clown was actually scary this time. But there is at least one person who was not happy with the movie, and his name was Jeff Marshall. And he wrote a Facebook post that went viral. More than 240,000 people have commented on this, called him names, and we're going to look about it and find out why he wrote it, and we're going to also discuss why people are so offended. He wrote, "Parents and guardians, I want to share with you my feelings having just returned from a viewing of the new It movie. I have never had such an overwhelming reaction to a movie in my life. It is reprehensible, beyond disturbing, and I strongly encourage you not to let anyone underage see this. Without going into too much detail, the film features such adult themes as child abuse, incest, and Munchausen syndrome. I don't know how to pronounce that, sorry. A young preteen character uses horrible language throughout. The kids are subjected to all kinds of horrible and painful abuse. I left upset and disgusted. I know the reviews have been very good and it's a very popular film, but please think twice before taking one young or impressionable. Keep in mind this is coming from someone who is very liberal when it comes to movies and their content, but I was horrified." Now, here's the thing. Of course, he wrote this, I suspect, because he did see the movie. He probably really was upset, and he was concerned because, like me, I see parents taking their kids to R-rated movies. They shouldn't do this, but they do. And he wanted to really hammer in, hey, people, this is not a movie for kids. I mean, I know your kids want to see it probably because it has killer clowns and it stars kids, but it's not something they need to be seeing. On the other hand, the reason people are mocking this post is for that very reason. Because even though parents should know better than to take their kids, well, here's the thing. Parents do take their kids to R movies, but they should know better. It is rated R. It is a horror movie. It is based off one of Stephen King's most notoriously graphic books. Heck, the book had an orgy scene between 14-year-olds, which, full disclosure, is not in the movie. But it did. So, of course, you shouldn't take your kids to see it. Were there kids when I went to see it? There was one that I counted anyway. I went to see it in IMAX, and it was mostly college students. I don't think too many college kids wanted to bring their kids on date night, but they were there. Now, interestingly, we know more about the author because he was asked to expand upon his feelings of the movie on The Holy Mess, which is described, which is at sarahborgsteed.com. And Sarah even describes herself on her blog is, "Welcome to The Holy Mess. I love helping women find balance in busy lives for faith, family, and fitness. I'm a speaker, writer, triathlete, and 100-pound weight loss success story. Mostly I'm a real life and super real mom. I can't wait to get to know you." So she runs The Holy Mess, and this is a blog, and the phrase is balancing faith, family, and fitness. So that should give you a pretty good idea of what she's like. But she let Jeff come back and write a guest post elaborating, and he wrote, "As I write this blog, the above post has reached over 40,000 people and over 250 shares." Okay, so I exaggerated the number. I'm sorry, folks. Nothing I have ever published has even come close to this amount. Nothing I've ever published has been so divisive. Yeah, I I understand that. Many have thanked me for warning them. Others have called me names. I choose not to and have told me I need to mind my own business. I spent the last 24 hours trying to figure out why my reaction to this movie is so visceral. Um, why am I so disturbed by a movie about a killer clown? I didn't have a reaction to the recently released Annabelle Creation or the Child's Play films, all of which center around killer dolls. Although, interestingly, I should mention, personally, Roger Ebert was disturbed by Child's Play 2. Like, greatly disturbed by Child's Play 2. So, again, different things. He elaborates that he is an avid American horror fan. He considers Silence of the Lambs and the original Halloween among his top favorite films. And he have argued the rights of artists like Martin Scorsese and The Last Temptation of the Christ. He thinks the thought of censorship is revolting to him, and he also finds himself the minority who have stood up for certain projects and filmmakers. His editor can attest to this fact. And he also claims, I saw my first R-rated movie when I was 10, but that film was Silkwood, the Meryl Streep movie about the nuclear power plant whistleblower, which, full disclosure, I've seen that, and that's a very good movie. After he admits to seeing Silkwood, he writes in this huge thing, and I will link to the article below because I'm not going to go through the whole thing. Stephen King's It 2017, What You Need to Know. And he discusses many of the things that bothered him in the movie and why he wrote what he wrote and why he's continuing to encourage parents not to see it. And in bold, he wrote at one point, my fear is that some parents and guardians are not aware of the deeply dark content of the film. They will see advertisements of the scary clown and think it will be nothing more than a simple scary clown movie. Maybe something like Poltergeist, an admittingly scary and somewhat disturbing film that feels like Pollyanna compared to this. So, here's the thing. He is writing this post and these articles because he is concerned about parents taking their kids to see a movie that they should not be taking their kids to see. And I agree. I saw it and I loved it. Would I let a 9-year-old watch it? No. Would I let a 16-year-old watch it? No. To be frank, I would not. Heck, some 19 and 20-year-olds, it might be too scary for them. That said, I don't know how anyone in the right mind could consider taking their kids to this. It's considering the subject matter, considering the posters, considering the rating. It's an R-rated movie, and it's a fairly hard R movie at times. I don't know why anyone would take their kids to see this, but the sad reality is there are people who do take kids to see these movies, and that's why he's concerned, and that's why he wrote it. And that's all this is. This is just someone who's concerned, and it's kind of a shame that this blew up to the point where now he's kind of infamous on the internet for hating on the Killer Clown movie. Of course, my thing is if you're of age and you're old enough to see it if you want. No one's stopping you. If you're a 9-year-old, well, ask your parents, and I guess if your parents say it's okay and they take you to see it, then there's nothing much I can do. I'm assuming that a lot of the backlash is from kids who do want to see it, and even though I think their parents are smarter than that, or they should be smarter than that, the last thing they need is a Facebook post going viral warning parents not to take them to see it. So, anyway, that's my thoughts. What do you think? Do you think this guy did anything wrong? Do you think his thoughts on it are spot on? Love to know. Comment below. Like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy the videos I make, consider becoming a Patreon member for as little as $1. $5 a month will get you access to exclusive videos not seen by anyone else. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.